Hey everybody, it's Hot Rod. So today we're working on a toaster and we have your classic General Electric model 15T83 1200 watt made in the USA, Bridgeport, Connecticut toaster. Okay. So we're going to reassemble this thing here. I've looked online and tried to find some instructions how to take it apart. I really couldn't. I finally figured it out, and this is the bottom, by the way. So here is the actual toaster. I've cleaned it up. Tell you what, it's kind of a sophisticated piece of electronic equipment for analog. There's switches here, and you pop it down, and then that drops down, and then it heats up down in here somewhere, and underneath, it's got some heating elements underneath, or some here, and when it gets hot enough by these dials here, then it will heat up and it will pull your toast up and it will snap lock. So you can't just, it don't seem to be able to push it up. It'll do it on its own. So anyway, but I couldn't figure out how to take this thing apart. And mine had a loose connection down here on this connection here, one of them. So this works as like a, I don't know, warming drawer in the bottom. And you flip this handle here and it will, well, basically close that up, and there's your heating element right there. You see. So anyway, and if you open it up, then it puts the heat up in the top for the toaster here. But anyway, let's get how to put it together. Let's get on that. So the first thing to do is the base here. There's no wiring in the base. I've got it cleaned out. There's 4 screws, 2 on each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and you drop it in so that the knobs here are on the front here. It's a little bit snugly going in there. There we go. There we go. It'll sit on this ledge in the front, and you put the screws in the back. So I've been putting the screws in the back first and letting it sit on that ledge. I'm going to try to do this in real time if I can. These are some really short little screws here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but yeah, there's some pretty short flatheads. They say that this toaster, I don't know if this is true, the internet says it's a 1957. It might be, I'm not sure. So, let's get there. So there's two screws in the back, 2 screws in the front here. Let's get these 2 in the front here. Let's kick it back and I'll make it real easier. There we go. Okay, so the base is on there now. So next thing I gotta do, I've got to deal with this wiring right here. So the wiring wraps up and comes out of the back right here. Make sure that your wiring, I mean, like it's insulated, but I try to make sure it's not touching, you know, where to ground out, but it comes out the back here. So let me get the back and I'll show you how that goes. Okay, so what we're gonna do is thread this over the top, and we're gonna tip it over so we line up the holes here front with the knobs. We're gonna line that up first when we go down on there. Tip it now, and then kind of take these wires Push them up in there. Right. Come on. There we go. There we go. Push this wire up in there. And it wraps around here. So here it goes up. Work with me. This is going to push up in there, and this one's going to push down in right up in here, and going to come out here, and then we got a cover to screw over top of this. So now what we'll do is we have a we have a screw here that will go in this slot here, and that goes down and holds it under this. And then it's just one in the back. And then we turn it around, and then we've got two here. One goes here. One screws in here. Let's see, now I've got the wrong screws. Hold on. Wrong screws. It uses these short flat screws right here. At least I think it does. Yeah. This one's short right here. Tighten those up, and the one on the back, that's what holds the top on it. That one, and the one in the back. Right here. So that one goes down here. And it goes down also. Okay, now I'm going to feed this wire in here, get this tucked up in place here. So now we got the back on, two screws cover all that cord up, as you can see there. So we got that on. Now we're going to turn it around and put the face plate on here. So remember, the two screws here go down to hold it down. Now my face plate is cracked, it's broken in half, but it goes on like this, and there's a screw in here and one in here that is covered up by this, goes with this aluminum plate, goes on the front of it, and the screw goes in there, and that's what covers those screws there. So let's get this on here. These use the tapered screw, or countersunk here. I should say a countersunk here, but I got to put the plate on first. This thing goes on there. The plate goes on. This. It's on top of those knobs. And then these go in there to hold it in. And if you're cleaning one up, be careful how much that you scrub the face of this right here, because you can literally scratch the printing right off of it. Mine was starting to come off of it, and I stopped scrubbing so hard. It doesn't take much pressure to scrub that off. Sad to say. And I think there's supposed to be a gap here on the top, if you notice. Then I think there's supposed to be a gap. I think it's so the heat doesn't get to this Bakelite, but there's little standoffs and there's no holes for that to go in there, and I think it's supposed to be to allow a little space for the heat not to get in that plastic or that Bakelite. And then it's a matter of putting the knobs on and putting the little center. And the center thing has a screw here in it, and you undo that, and you put that right here in the center here. So let's see, this goes. Go back. That's it. There we go, like that. Yeah. Do something wrong here. There we go. That fits loose. What happened? Yeah, I just realized there's this little bitty metal tab right here that then it fits inside that knob. So when you go to clean your knobs, make sure that you don't lose that piece right there. It's really hard to see. Anyway, and that goes inside of the square on the knob right there. Now I got the knobs on. It's a matter of sliding this in, like the tray. Sliding it in, and there we have a toaster. So let's plug it in and see how it works. Pretty neat little toaster. Let's see if we get anything now. We got it hooked up. So let's see if it undo and come up. There it is. And that should go out. Not sure why that's not going out. There it goes. It pulls it up. There it goes. It shuts down. So it works. Okay, so the beauty of this thing here is that you can put cinnamon toast in the bottom, strudel, whatever, in the bottom, and use this as a heating drawer if you turn this switch right here. And then if you turn it the other way, then it will close some flaps and make the heat go up. So let's give it a try and see if this thing works the way it's supposed to. I've got it set on toaster. I've got it set on light. So let's give it a try and see what happens. So as you can see, we do have toast in there. Got this orange light to let you know that it's glowing with the heating element. And there it is. Toast is done. Shuts off, it's done. I would not touch this. I'd say it's very warm to the touch. Yes, so it works.